5. Oh, baby. And once again, in good fashion, Diamond just ain't shit. So, this episode, we finally get into some nits and grits between the whole thing of Naked being afraid, don't want to, waiting, whatever his excuse is for not marrying Kaylee. Not, at least not even proposing to her. You know what I'm saying? Playing house for 5 years, if you will. So even the guys are coming to him like, yo, what's the holdup? It's been 5 years. What is you doing? Is you scared? Are you not? And this was during the whole entire boys hangout thing. It was a boys night, guys night out. You know, even Shakib was there. Shakib was there. Him and Diamond were cool, had no problem, everything copacetic. However, it was not copacetic before Shakib got there between him and Zari, because that whole car ride before, whoo, that was something. We'll go back to that. But during this time, we find out really how Naked feels. Naked has no intentions of really wanting to marry her, I feel. He do not want that. And Louis called it. He said it seems that Naked wants to live vicariously through Diamond because he secretly wishes and wants to be single. And I felt that. I wholeheartedly felt that. Because you do seem to be too much into and feeding into what Diamond got going on. And you always got Diamond back. You always sticking up for the kid. Always sticking up for him. So, is that true? And when Diamond himself said, Naked, my boy, I got his back, it got me thinking, do you have his back? And when I say, do you have his back, how do you have his back? Do you have his back so good, possibly, that you cover for him, lie for him? You know what I'm saying? I guess this gives me PhD because I watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's on right now. And I'll be doing a recap on that Thursdays with Dina, the Receipt Queen. And I'm going to talk about it on Hey Bew Heyyy after dark. So we'll get into that. And I think tonight is the night. Is tonight the night that Dave Chappelle is hosting SNL and Glorilla is the music guest? I think so. SNL. So y'all know that's my show. I'm a big SNL geek. So anyone who don't know, Dave Chappelle is hosting SNL. Glorilla is the music guest. And you know what's about to be popping. Dave Chappelle not too long ago was the host. And he already the host, so you know he got something to say. Can't wait for it. It's going to be a good one. And we need that because we all going to be crying like a river because Donald Trump about to be inaugurated on Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. And then Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross. Rick Ross tried to say, you know what, we are not here for that. We'll talk about that on Hey Bew Heyyy after dark and Hey Bew Heyyy in the morning on Monday. Because we're going to have a lot to talk about. There will be no Hey Bew Heyyy in the morning tomorrow morning because this is my weekend off and I'm chilling. I'm going to get my sleep on tomorrow. I'm sleeping a long time tomorrow. Anyway, let's get into episode 5 so I can get into episode 6. Baby. Naked is not going to marry Kaylee. Now, we know in real time now that she made the announcement saying the rumors are true. We are no longer together. However, I think I was going through a thing at the moment, but I could have swore she posted the video and it showed a ring. So he does in fact propose to her, right? Maybe that happens on the finale of this episode. I don't know, of this season. That would be a great finale. But now it's not because they don't already broke up. And so when he kept saying, and she says, she can leave if she wants to, and it's not meant to be if, this is that and the third. he makes it very easy for her to walk away. And I wonder what really happened, because she said if he doesn't give her what she needs and wants, she's going to have to. But if he did in fact propose to her, what happened to where they aren't together? What had happened was, it would be so messed up if for all this time he proposed to her and he got caught cheating. I, I just wonder what happened. I know they're not releasing it right now because, let us talk about the show first before we just go into all of the other stuff. But that just goes to show. And I see that there are some people watching. Don't be afraid to say anything. I just put subscribers on early to get the trolls out of here. But if you want to say anything, please do talk. We can talk about it. And please like the video. It helps me grow. It lets me know that y'all enjoyed this. And I know to come back with another episode, with another video. Anyways, so another thing that happened. Look, I got my notes because I did smoke again. So the receptors have been blocked, honey. But the way Kaylee began to speak to Eni, because Eni's the one who finally brung it up to both of them in person. Like, why aren't you married? And I love the way she just smoothly said that in out of concern and interest of wanting to know about the couple, because she's new to the group. So it made sense for her to ask because she don't know what's going on. But, we want to know what's going on. So you know how to ask. But he got really offensive. And I don't understand why you would get offensive about something like that if you're lying about it and you're sick of lying about it and you're sick of the situation being brought up. So you don't have to explain yourself. And he always has a different answer every time that she does. He's not ready. She's not ready. If she want to leave, she can go. All of this other stuff. Sir, just say you scared. And if that's the case, that's okay. But tell her that. Don't lead her on. So I can't wait to find out what really happened. Thank you, goodness. Fan is not pregnant. Fan is not pregnant. She peed on this stick and she is not pregnant. Thank you, God. But did y'all check the way how Diamond seems that he was so hurt and upset and mad and sad that she wasn't? I don't know if he was that way because she wasn't pregnant, or he was that way because she was excited that she wasn't pregnant. Because it's one thing for a man to not want to have a child, but still wanting that woman to wish she was having a child by him. It's an ego thing. And Diamond has an ego, a big, huge ego. So I wonder if that hurt his ego, that she was happy that she wasn't pregnant by him. And maybe he felt like he was going to trap her that way or something, like, yeah, I can do whatever I want and you could never go because, yeah, you got my baby. And maybe that's why he felt that Zari would never move on because she had all his kids and all of that jazz. You never know. But thank goodness she wasn't pregnant. Everybody happy that she ain't pregnant except Diamond, which is weird. You would think Diamond would be the first one to be happy that she wasn't pregnant. I just can't understand that. Unless in a toxic, now let's put on my toxic hat for a minute, or let me open up the toxic side of my brain for a minute and say that maybe he is a narcissist in some type of way, or he's messed up in the head some type of way and he wanted her to be pregnant. I think I said this last recap. He wants her to be pregnant because of the whole pregnant situation, child situations between him and Zari, the whole pregnant baby gate situation, And again, that's a perfect segue because I just forgot. Let's talk about that car ride real quick between Zari and Shakib. That was a very heated argument. Shakib is really holding himself together, trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected, trying to be a man, trying to give his wife the benefit of the doubt. But I understand where he is coming from. to still feel some type of way. And I feel that she's dismissing it. Yes, he is your husband. Yes, you are the prize and he won the prize. All of that jazz. But that still doesn't mean that that the disrespect is okay. Regardless of how you look at it. And even at the disrespect, but the thought of it. The thought of it all. The thought that this is even a conversation is weird because every lie comes from some type of truth. For real, that just gets twisted and extended into something different and everyone believes it. So, again, where are the text messages that Diamond talked about when he had that one-on-one conversation with him and he said when you're with her, ask her about him, ask her about it. And if they are real, Diamond, why don't you have them? It makes me want to think that there are none. That's just my thought. I don't know. Okay, let's go on. What else happened this episode? Oh, so Louie and Shakib even meet up for a second, and Shakib explains to him why he felt the way that he felt about, Louis hugging Zari too long. And I said what I said, and I put it in my notes. Shakib is going through this thing of Diamond hugging Zari too long and then being touchy, that whole video that he's having that whole thing about. So he's already got that in the back of his head. So he don't want this too. He got to worry about Diamond and now you, Louie? Like, not you, Louie. But as you could see through this episode, though, when Louis had invited everybody over, all of the girls, he hugged all of them the same way, long with that little rack, like, oh, friend, I miss you, friend. I love you, friend. And I feel that's just where it's coming from. And Louis doesn't have his family. He's away from his family. So this is his family. So when he sees them, it's like, family, I love you. Give me love. I need love because I'm not getting it from my family. So I get that from Louis. And with that, he goes to see he can still interact with family members who have not been baptized yet. So his sisters, it seems that these are his sisters that we see because they're saying mom and dad. He's talking with them and they assure him like, look, mom and dad love you, they miss you, they hope for your return and all of this. But Louis struggles with the fact like, hey, if I return, I'll have to leave a piece of myself of who I am. And of course that's hard to do, and he just wants to be accepted, of course. And but he understands what he went through. What he did was against his community, really. So I hope that he comes to terms with that. And this whole surrogacy thing with him, I'm not sure if this is the way to go. I feel that he should hold on, wait for love, and do it that way. Don't do this because you seem like you're the type of guy who's a lot of love to give. You're very emotional, and you will be a great father with a family. You'll be a great family man. So I don't want him to do this. This is his life, but I don't want him to do this. And so he meets up with Eni and he asks her questions about it or whatever. And she opens up a little bit and she's tired of talking about it, but she wants to talk about it if it helps another situation and not to have to explain herself. And I get that. I totally get that. So she talks about it with Louis because she sees where he is coming from. And they have a little bonding moment, and that's good. And then the last thing we'll mention about this episode is that Diamond, really, the way that he tried Keefe. Honey, Keefe is way out of your league. Way out of your league. And I hope to goodness she does not fall for the okie doke. Because when you see Diamond in person, I don't know how that energy is, and it may rub off on you. But she said she ain't into the young men. She said that to Louis. She said she ain't into the young meat. So if she hooks up or do anything with Diamond, we know Diamond got that crack cow or something because really. But the way oh, no. That's not going to happen. Because at the very end, y'all, that's right. Look, I'm remembering now at the very end. Whoo! So now we about to see how this goes. At the very end, he invited her out on this date. She went. He brings out the flowers. He gets to talk about, do you believe in love and all of this stuff. And now, this is how you do it. This is a real one right here. Keefe called Fan up and had her come to the date. So now Fandom walked into the room. And now Diamond gotta explain this. And now he feels so betrayed. Like, she don't owe you nothing. She's a girl's girl, obviously. She met up with Fan and been in Fan presence before she was in Yo presence. And she didn't even dig Yo presence. She didn't even dig Yo presence, Diamond. She is not impressed. The girls are not impressed. She is not impressed. Thank you for the one like. The girls are not impressed. So this is about to be interesting. So I'm about to watch this episode and I'm gonna come back with the live for that one. And then I'm off to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Yes, baby. Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'll be back later with Hey Bew Heyyy After Dark. And we'll talk a little about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we'll talk about some hot topics that's going on. That's going on in these streets. Lord Jesus, I have not been on social media all day because I've been watching TV. So I'm interested to see what this day has been all about. I do not know, but we will get into it later. So make sure y'all like and subscribe and come back for Hey Bew Heyyy After Dark. Wait a minute. It's going to be an extra late After Dark because I forgot. It's SNL night and Dave Chappelle about to be on as a host and Glorilla is performing. So I'm going to make sure that is tonight. If it's not tonight, it's next week, but I think it's tonight. So we'll see how it goes. When I'll figure all that out and I'll let y'all know for when I come back and recap episode 6. So I'm gonna get on with episode 6 and I will see y'all for the highlights of episode 6. And I'll let y'all know what's going down for the rest of the night. All right. Bye y'all.